Welcome on Thomas Geiger Car. Today with the new Volkswagen flagship model. The Phaeton is already forgotten. The CC is history. Now is time for the Arteon. If this car will finally get Volkswagen in the premium segment, I will tell you on my test drive. So come on and join me on the first ride with the Arteon here at Thomas Geiger Car. We already know the engines. Driving the Arteon is a different feeling than driving a Passat or a CC. Due to the wider stance of the wheels and the longer wheelbase, the car is way more solid, mature and relaxed. That is something you particularly feel when you go to the Autobahn and drive with higher speeds. So for the long distance journey, this car is the way better choice. In the beginning, the Arteon will be equipped with 3 petrol engines with the 280 horsepower 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder as the flagship model. That will accelerate the car from 0 to 100 in less than 6 seconds and will easily do the 250 kilometers per hour. But since the car is using the MQB architecture, it can really hold almost every engine Volkswagen is offering. So you can expect a plug-in hybrid version, you can expect the 1.4 liter small turbocharged petrol engines, and you can also expect the 5-cylinder turbo engine or a V6 engine that could come from Audi. The interior of the Arteon and especially the cockpit really has a premium appeal to me, even if we know it already from the Passat. But the digital display behind the steering wheel with its configurable graphics and more the big touchscreen in the center console with the easy menu and with the easy connection of your smartphone via Apple CarPlay, Android Auto or MirrorLink, and with the great navigation system is really something I like, and that makes the Arteon to a car that is at the tip of its time for the moment. Something I really like at the Arteon is its new Volkswagen family face, because the grille is extended and going right into the front lamps, so that gives the car a really wide stance and lots of prestige when you're traveling on the left lane and hope to get a free acceleration without any other cars in front of you. If you see that face in the rearview mirror, you better move aside and let the Arteon pass. The Arteon and the Passat might share the same MQB architecture, but there is no part the same. It's got a totally new design with a very elegant coupe-like roofline, and even the doors are frameless, which makes the car more elegant and more sporty at all. Beside that, it is longer and it's got 5 centimeters more of wheelbase. From that, the backseat passenger will truly benefit. The adaptive cruise control is doing lots of the work alone. The car is keeping its pace and it's keeping its lane, so I can take my hands off. But I'm not allowed to do it for a very long time, so it will remind me to take the hands back on the wheel. But what if you're ill, if you fall asleep, or if you're unconscious? There will be a warning sign and a warning beep. If I ignore that, the car will still continue. If I ignore that for longer, the beep will get louder. But it's still following. Still have my hands off the wheel. The beep is getting louder. Then it will brake a little to wake me up. If I ignore that as well, then the new feature will kick in. Because the car is braking down until the standstill, the hazard lights are on, and now it's time to call the emergency. Thank you for joining me on that first test drive with the new Volkswagen Arteon. A car that is way more than a Volkswagen Passat in more beautiful and more luxurious clothes. It is still not as comfortable and not as prestigious as a Mercedes C-Class, an Audi A5 or a BMW 3 or 4 Series. But it is the best you can get from a Volkswagen at the moment. It is passionate and it's practical. It's luxurious and it's reasonable. So it is a good combination and a bit of everything, and maybe this time in the third attempt it will really work with the growing up of the Volkswagen brand.